And what Allah he said to him, wait, and I will wait with you. And we are still waiting.
What Allah said in the Holy Quran about the miracle?
What he said?
He said in chapter Al-Isra 59, وَمَا مَنَعَنَا أَن نُرْسِلَ بِالْآيَاتِ إِلَّا أَن كَذَّبَ بِهَا الْأَوَّلُونَ.
Thank you very much.
وآتينا ثمود الناقة مبصرة فظلموا بها وما نرسل بالآيات إلا تخويفا. Nothing prevents us from sending miracles, sign, except that the ancient called them lies.
Dr. Rohi, I am going to hire you to be the best man for the year in Islamic studies. Dr. Rohi chose for us a verse from the Quran saying, look what Allah said about making miracle. We refrain from sending signs. So Allah he refrained from sending signs. Take a note. So you agree that Allah refrained from sending signs? Do you agree with Allah that he really refrained? Is Allah here telling the truth or he is lying? Is
Allah
he
tell the truth?
Okay, so so you agree that he refrained from sending signs. So how he say I refrain from sending signs when you Muslim you say the Quran itself is a miracle? By saying I refrain from sending sign, he made a miracle. The same phrase, it is saying he refrained from making miracles, he is making a miracle. How crazy that is. It's like saying I refrain from cooking when I am cooking live on camera. It's like saying I refrain from drinking when I am drinking. It's like saying I refrain from smoking when I am smoking. So how Allah he say I refrain from making miracle when supposedly the Quran itself is a miracle? That is additional proof that the Quran is nothing and never was a miracle, and it's not a miracle, and the Arab always make fun of it. And now here is the other lie. We refrain from sending miracles. Why? Because former generation they did not believe in them. This is a lie. All the Christians believe in the miracles of Jesus. Most of the Jews converted to Christianity and they believe in the miracles of Jesus and all the prophets. So where is the ones who they are, and what this have to do with sending miracles? There's many people until now don't believe in Jesus, but yet he did miracles. There's many people don't believe in Moses, but yet he did miracles. Since when that God he will strike? Look like your God is a French guy in France. He have a strike every 2 days about going to the train station. Why? Because you don't believe in my miracle. This is not an answer of God, because simply he have no miracles and he have to make an excuse why he is not making miracles. People waiting for Muhammad to do one. So what he say? Oh my God, he refrained because you don't believe in it anyway. Well, let me tell you something, Dr. Rohi. I am a prophet, Christian prince, and the God who sent me to you, if you ask me to do miracle, I will say to you he's refrained because the Muslim don't believe in it. How silly. What do you say?
No. What I say? I say there is no connection between miracles and the prophecy, because the prophet is sent by God to guide the people. So what is the connection between the prophecy?
There's a connection. There's a connection. No, hold on.
The sea.
Hold on. Dr. Rohi, look like your PhD is not helping you. Isn't it Allah who asked? Isn't it Allah who asked the Jews? Isn't it Allah who asked the Jews not to believe in anything unless a prophet he make a sacrifice, and then Allah he send the fire to eat it?
No.
What do you mean no?
Now listen.
What do you mean no? No. You see, I want you to get me busted. What do you mean no?
Please listen to me.
No, I'm listening. What do you mean no? I want you to get me busted. I want to know what is the name of the teacher who gave you PhD, because obviously your school, the Azhar University, have nothing to do with knowledge. الذين قالوا إن الله عاهد إلينا ألا نؤمن لرسول حتى يأتينا بقربان تأكله النار قل قد جاءكم رسل من قبل بالبينات. Why you are saying to me no? Chapter 3 verse number 183. They are asking him, saying to him, Allah said to us, we will never believe in any messenger unless he sent to us down a fire to eat a sacrifice we present to him, and if he do, he is a prophet. Do you see it? Why you are saying to me no? They said Allah took our promise. So Allah took what? Our promise. There's a covenant between Allah and those people not to believe in any messenger unless he showed us a sacrifice consumed by the fire from heaven. Say, there come to you messengers before me with the clear signs, and even with that you ask for. Then why you slay them if you speak the truth? So here I go. You said it's not required for a prophet to have a miracle, but your God, he made a covenant with the people, saying don't believe in anyone, otherwise he might be a liar, unless he make a sacrifice, and then I send a fire from the sky and is going to eat it. And this is what happened with the children of Adam. Is that correct? Cain and Abel. Do you remember?
Yes.
Okay. And this
What
is
the
happened
ayah
again.
said.
And this again happened with who? This is again happened with who? Happened again with Abraham. Is that correct?
No.
What do you mean no?
Look at
Didn't
this.
Allah he sent a
Look.
fire and ate the ram?
No.
What do you mean no?
Look
Do you want to
what
show it to
the
you?
Quran,
What do you
the
mean
Holy,
no?
what the Holy
What do you
Quran
mean
said.
no?
What the
Dr.
Holy
Rohi,
Quran said.
don't drive me crazy. When you say to me no, you are forcing me to show everybody that you are not in the truth. Did Allah send a fire to eat the ram, which is Allah himself he provide to Abraham? Yes or no?
Is the Quran said this?
What are you talking about? So you are saying that this is not true?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. No problem. وَفَدَيْنَاهُ بِذَبْحٍ عَظِيمٍ. Chapter 37 verse 107. What happened to that ram which Allah he sent down to Abraham?
بذبح عظيم. Where the fire? Where the fire that you said the fire?
So you have no idea about where the fire is coming from. You never heard of this before.
Let me
No.
read the ayah.
Make it clear. I want you to say, I never heard of a fire came down from the sky and ate the sacrifice of Allah. I want you to say that. Say it.
Yes.
You never heard that before.
I want to read the ayah.
I know you
الذين
can read the
قالوا
ayah.
إن الله عهد إلينا ألا نؤمن لرسول حتى يأتينا بقربان تأكله النار. قل قد جاءكم رسل من قبلي بالبينات وبالذي قلتم فلما قتلتموهم إن كنتم صادقين. Look at this ayah. الذين قالوا إن الله عهد إلينا ألا نؤمن لرسول حتى يأتينا بقربان تأكله النار. They said this. Now look at. I want to translate the ayah. لحظة.
Don't worry about translation. People they can read. I have it in the screen. I have it in the screen. People they can read it.
So I don't see what
okay.
you...
Well, Allah took our promise not to believe in the messenger unless he showed us a sacrifice consumed by the fire from the heaven. Say, there come to you messengers before me with the clear signs, and even with what you ask for. Why did you slay them if you speak the truth? Okay. Now what?
Those are the said who said surely Allah has enjoined us that we shouldn't believe in any messenger until he brings us an offering which the fire consumes. Say, indeed, there come to you messenger before me with the clear argument and with that which you demand. Why then did you kill them if you are truthful? It is translate Shakir.
So
The translate or the Quran, what he said. قل قد جاءكم رسل من قبلي بالبينات وبالذي قلتم. بالذي قلتم, not return to Qurban. بالذي قلتم يعني الذي طلبتم كل ما طلبتموه
miracles,
كل
miracles,
الذي
miracles,
طلبوه من قبل.
miracles, miracles, miracles. Yeah. Oh,
Yes, yes.
okay.
Not
No problem.
return
No, but
to
no.
قربان
الذي
تأكلونه.
قلتم, my friend. What الذي قلتم? الذي قلتم. They are saying
بالذي قلتم قديما.
what they said. No,
What's it?
what they said here. No, what they said here. They said we have a covenant with God that we will not accept any prophet unless he give a sacrifice and he send the fire consumed by him from heaven. This is what they said. He's not talking about something they said 10 centuries ago. This is what they are asking for. If you are a prophet, okay, don't do miracles. Make a sacrifice. Allah, he made a covenant between us and him that we will not accept anyone to call himself a prophet because he might be a liar unless he make a sacrifice, and God, he send a fire to prove this is a sign from him that this is a person I choose for you to be a prophet. Just do it. This is not a miracle. You see, they are even asking him a miracle. They are asking him to give a sign which Allah he required himself. So Allah now he is agreeing that this is the sign he told them. He didn't say I didn't say that to you. He didn't say this is a lie. I never said that. Or what he said, yes, I did that. But well, if this is the case, what you want, how come you did not believe in the previous ones? And who are they, the one who did not believe in? And who is the one they slay?
Look at the miracle that the disbeliever asked the prophet to bring it. There is يعني this miracle وقالوا لن نؤمن لك حتى تفجر لنا من الأرض ينبوعا أو تكون لك جنة من نخيل وعنب فتفجر الأنهار خلالها تفجيرا. And they say we will not believe you until you break open for us from the ground.
So let us make it simple. Let's make it simple. Why Muhammad don't have a miracles? Why Muhammad is a prophet of God who have no miracles?
Muhammad not have a miracle because now look, when Moses were split the sea and changed the stick into snake or change his hand to white color يعني إلى آخره. And look at Jesus miracle like as a cure to the sick or ill. I ask him now where that miracle went now.
It exists.
Did you see it those miracle now?
Hold on.
No one saw this miracle.
No. First of all,
no one.
My friend.
Listen,
you see
to
it.
me,
You see it. You don't see it. It doesn't make any difference. We believe that he did, and there is miracles happening in the name of Jesus until now. But however, you admit and I admit that Jesus has miracles, and you admit that Muhammad has no miracles. The question is why Muhammad don't have miracles? Why all the prophets? If Jesus is a prophet, Moses is a prophet, Abraham is a prophet, everybody is a prophet. Why everybody have a miracle except your prophet? Why? What the problem? Why Allah refrain only in the case of Muhammad? What Allah will lose if he give him like 5 miracles? What he will lose? His God.
Miracle of Islam will be staying and remain in the world everlasting. Miracle of Islam was the book. This miracle,
friend, this
anyone can see it.
Your prophet, he said,
the best miracle of
my friend, this is not true. This is not true. This is not a miracle. This is not a miracle. This is not miracle. Buddhism is still exist and will stay exist. Christianity is still exist. Atheism is increasing. What are you talking about? And even your prophet, he said, بدأ الإسلام غريبا وسوف يعود غريبا. Islam start as a strange little and is going to end as a stranger little. So don't tell me it's going to stay. There's no Muslims left. Where is the Muslims? There's no Muslim in this earth. Do you Dr. Rohi, be honest with me? Do you practice Islam today? Do you practice the Sunnah? Are you a Sunni? Are you a Sunni?
Yes, I am a Sunni.
Do you drink camel urine? Do you drink camel urine?
No,
why you don't drink camel urine? This is Sunnah. You're a prophet. When somebody convert to Islam, he ordered him to go and to drink the camel milk and the camel urine. Yes, I can show you the hadith. So you are not a Muslim, and you are not happy about what your prophet teaching, and you don't want to practice Islam. Your prophet, he used to clean his bum with 3 rocks. Do you do that?
No,
you're a prophet. You're a prophet. He used to shower in a water have dead dogs. Do you do that? Did your prophet shower in Bi'r Bidaa?
Look, please, my friend.
My friend, I'm
As
asking
to
you,
drink milk and
do you do what your prophet do? You don't. You are not a Muslim. A Muslim is someone who followed the prophet by Sunnah and the Quran, and you are not willing to follow any of them. It was said, "O Allah
now
Messenger, shall we use the water of bid'ah, which to perform ablution, while it is a well which menstruation, rags, flesh of dogs, and garbage thrown in it?" The prophet, he said, "Indeed, water is pure; nothing make it impure." Do you do that? Are you willing to do what your prophet did?
no, you must understand, my friend. As to drink milk and urine as a medicine, there is a
What
rule
medicine?
saying
Where it says
when
it's a medicine? Wait.
um,
Where your prophet, he said this is a medicine?
he, the prophet in the
Yeah,
hadith,
it says he did it as a
uh,
medicine. This is as a medicine.
no,
Okay, let me
yes,
ask you, do you
أنه ناسا
Muslims, if I go right
جاءوا إلى
now, okay, I
المدينة.
will go with you. If I go right now in Egypt and you are an Egyptian, if I go to Egypt, do you Muslims sell medicine? It's called camel urine in your pharmacy.
No, it is not. It is not.
Why? Why you don't do that?
No.
You just said it's a medicine.
Listen to me to explain, and you don't take me a chance to explain, to talk.
Go ahead.
As to drink milk and urine, there is a rule saying, when the work of man ends, the work of God begins. I mean, in the past, the dangerous diseases were healed by a simple things. Why? Because God completes where the man ends. For example, this all birth of the virgin girls is very difficult, and it is done by cesarean birth. But in the past days, the things were easier because God completes where man ends. Serious diseases were curing by easy things. In the past, there is not pharmacy to buy medicine from it. So using the urine as a medicine is a known things at all people. Or for example, Ibn Sina in his famous book, which called Al-Qanun fi Tibb, Law in Medicine, he said the useful urine is camel's urine, and he spoke a lot about urine in his book. And sure, you know, this book were teaching in all Europe's university. Also Hindus
Is Ibn
in the
Sina,
past were using
was Ibn
urine.
Sina a Muslim?
Yes,
So he
do
was
you do?
chased and tortured. All the scholars, Muslims, are proud about them. They've been chased and tortured, and they've been killed and accused to be kuffar. Do you want me to count for you all the
No,
names of the famous
he's
ones? That,
who?
let me ask you, do you know somebody? Do you know somebody you are proud about? Are you proud about Ibn Sina? Give me a name you are proud about.
All Muslims broaden
They are not Muslims. You
Ibn Sina.
Muslims accuse them to be kuffar, and we can show you the reference for all of them, including Ibn Khaldun, Ibn Sina, Al-Razi, all the names, all the names. You make a big title about them, but now, because now supposedly the West speak about them, but before you chase them, you want to kill them, and you killed many of them. We don't want to play the game. We are
It is
let
another.
us focus on your prophet. Ibn Sina is not your prophet, is he? No,
It is
you're a
another
prophet.
topic.
You're a prophet, my friend. You're a prophet. One day, a man, he came to him and he said to him, my brother, his belly is hurting him. You're a prophet. He said to him, go and tell him to drink honey. The guy, he come again and he told him he is getting worse. The prophet said to him, go and drink honey. Let me ask you a question. The story is in the front of our eyes. A person, he came to you and he said to you, my brother, not even him, his stomach is hurting him. How in the word Muhammad he said to the man, drink honey? How he knew that the honey is a solution? Was that inspiration from Allah, or was his guessing?
Look, we first we end the urine camel.
This is same, the same. We're talking
Then
about
we
medicine. No, we did not change. Don't worry. We will go back to the urine. We are talking about how Muhammad he knew that this is a medicine. So when Muhammad he said to a man, drink urine or drink honey, is that inspiration from God or this is his own guessing? I want a clear answer.
Yes, Prophet Muhammad didn't say to every sick, go
This is
and
not the
drink
question, Dr.
camel's
Rohi.
urine.
This
And
is not the question. That is not the question. The question is when your prophet he said to a person, go drink honey or go drink camel urine, is that his own guessing that this is a solution or this was inspiration from God?
yes, from a solution. Yes,
From what? Inspiration.
it is a it is a medicine for sick when he
No, no, this is not the
ordered to
question.
the
This is not the
man
question. This is not the
eat honey to eat
Dr.
honey.
Rohi. I don't know why you are not answering. This is not the question. The question is when Muhammad he said drink honey or drink camel urine, was he told that by Allah or it was his own idea thinking that this will be a good solution? Is it from Allah or from him?
By Allah, by Allah.
Thank you
Okay,
very much,
by Allah.
guys. He just said that the one who told Muhammad that is Allah, so that must be true. Okay, how this guy he keep coming to Muhammad and his belly, his brother Billy is getting more worse and more worse, and then your prophet he said to him, your brother Billy is telling a lie and Allah told the truth. Read with me carefully. Allah has spoke the truth and your brother Boz are wrong. Have you ever heard of somebody saying that? He claimed that when he said to
Is
the
it
guy drink honey, Allah told the truth. So you are right. He claimed that this is inspiration from God. All right. So now the guy is getting worse. What if somebody have diabetes? Maybe have a diabetes. How Muhammad he tell the guy without even asking him where, how, what happened? Right away the guy he came to him. He says, I have a stomach. My brother he have a stomach pain. He said to him, drink honey. What kind of doctor the doctor is?
uh, as the honey and honey, is this come in the Quran that he said the man to the man go and
No,
drink
this is the
honey?
hadith. This is in the hadith. This is Sahih Muslim, hadith number 2217. You know, but it's the same. And my friend, like as an example, in the Quran, you said that your God Allah is a Lord. How Allah in the Quran he makes such a mistake? The Quran claim that the bees they eat the fruits. Is that true?
Uh, it is as to me, it is not a true hadith. As to me, it is not a
Why
true
is not
hadith.
true? Why is it
When
true?
he
No,
said,
no, it says it true. It is true. It is true. You are just you know sorry. I don't wanna say a word will upset you, but this is true. Look with me in the Quran what it says that Allah he said to the Quran in chapter 16. If you go to chapter 16, it says chapter 16 verse number 69. Allah he said to the bees, go and eat from the fruits. Do the bees eat from the fruits?
okay, my friend, we did this in another topic. Now I will
No
go
problem. But this is not another
because I
topic.
am
But I'm
tired.
showing you that your God, Allah cannot
Yes,
be God because God, He should not say, go and eat from the fruits. Bees don't eat from the fruits. Bees, they go and they bring the nectar. And in the same verse, it says that, and there is the honey is issue from their bellies. So your God, He think that the honey of the bees is their poo-poo. And we are not eating their food, we are eating their poo-poo. So they go and eat fruits and they poo-poo honey. But the fact the honey is their food, they don't eat the fruits. This is why I am mentioning all those things to you. So you failed, Dr. Rohi, sadly, to tell us who is Allah, or what you said to us, He is something. Who is He? You do not know. You said He is the Lord, you cannot prove it. You said He told us about Himself. There's no proof that He taught anything about Himself because obviously He said things doesn't make sense. And then He teaches wrong information. How the baby is created from the backbone and the ribs, and your prophet he explained, he says whoever come first the baby will resemble the parents, And then we find him, you speak about honey and camel urine. Everybody knows that urine is an acid, it will destroy your livers. Everybody knows that honey is very useful if you use it correctly. You don't give it to everybody. What if somebody have diabetes? He will die in a week. This is not a person who is inspired. A person who say that God said that he ordered the bees to go and eat from the fruits, and their honey is their poo-poo. The honey is not the poo-poo, is not their dirt. It is their food. Honeys is what they eat. They don't eat fruits. Thank you, Dr. Rohi, for calling. Feel free to call me anytime you wish.
Thank you. We will debate about this in the coming week, inshallah.
No problem.
Thank you,
Take care.
my
Good night,
friend.
my friend. Good night. Wish you the best.
Good night. Good night.
Okay. All right. Oh boy. After how long we are talking? For how long we are talking now? Almost an hour and 45 minutes. Is it? Anyone get the answer what Allah is? Nothing. After all of this, what we learn? Nothing. Who is Allah? We came with zero, we left with zero. This is why it's very stupid to be a Muslim. They don't even know who's Allah. They have no idea who is he, what he is about, how he look, where he live, what he say, what he did not say. Oh, what they say to us that Muhammad he heard. What Muhammad? Where Muhammad he heard that camel urine is medicine? This is something the Arab they used to practice before Islam, and Muhammad he isn't ignorant. He just copy from them. If this is the guy who have a PhD, what about the guy who have high school? And supposedly I am the one who don't have a PhD. Do you think, guys, I deserve to have a PhD? I wanted to study, to be honest with you, to get a PhD, but then I contacted, and I found that it's very expensive. And I said to myself, it's a piece of paper. I mean, this is really stupid. I will spend all this money for a piece of paper. I'm not going to do that. And then at the same time, one of you, he introduced me to a university. It's a very good university. And then the guy who said to me he will supervisor me, so be supervisor for me in my PhD, he didn't know much. In fact, a friend, he sent him a video, and he listened to a guy. By the way, he said to me, I was speaking to him in the phone. He said, by the way, he had the same your voice like yours. So the guy, when I gave me PhD, is listening to me. He's learning from me. He said, do you know him? I said, no, but maybe. Anyway, PhD. Who is next? Who is next as a Muslim would like to call? Muslims only, who want to tell us who is Allah and what kind of God he think that bees, they eat honey, sorry, they eat fruits and they poo-poo honey. I want to know how this happened. We are bees, we eat fruit and we poo-poo honey. I mean, look at this knowledge, man. They eat fruits and they poo-poo honey. And the Lord told the bees, the Lord, he told the bees to build its cells in hills, on trees, and in habitation of men, then to eat all produce of earth. This is not exist in the Quran, by the way. And to find this, what this is false translation. What produce of the earth? This is why I say to you, when you read Arabic, it's different really from what it says in English. ثم كلي min kulli thamarat, and eat from all the fruits. What the production of the earth? Thamarat. This is the chapter 16, verse number 69, the chapter of the bees. By the way, the Quran is like a zoo. There's a cow chapter, there's a bees chapter, spider, elephant, I mean, you name it. And there's furniture, the chair chapter, you know, very fantastic. Any Abdul? Who is Abdul is going to call me so we can learn a little bit about Allah. Who is Allah? Until now, we got zero answer from the Abdul, sadly. Who is Mr. Abdul? He is willing to call us. Mayday, Mayday. We need a Abdul. Anyone? And you know what? I challenge any Muslim, life in front of you, to choose for me any chapter in the Quran, and he challenged me to show him a mistake which is stupid in that chapter. Who want to make the challenge? Anyone? You choose any chapter you wish, from the first page to the last page. Anyone? Do we have anyone? Mayday, Mayday. We need a Abdul. Anyone? No Abdul. Well, not always we got lucky. What we can say, I mean, we have to admit, sometimes we have to wait here for hours in order to get Abdul. You know, sometimes we can get the Abdul easy, sometimes we cannot get the Abdul easy. It's depend in the location of the bees. So can we have a Abdul? Who is the Abdul who wanna get the blessing of Allah, the Lord of the world, the God who have a dog, who will eat you if you don't believe in him? And by the way, in case you do not know, the reason Christian Prince he have a gun with him because he's afraid that Allah will send his dog and he will eat him. Allah has a dog. And the guy he said, I'm not going to believe in the Lord of the Star, so Allah he sent his dog and he ate him. Why Allah he don't send his dog to eat me and eat you? So Allah he grow dogs too? Yeah, dogs are najis, they are filthy, dirty in Islam. But suddenly Allah have a dog, obviously. And Muhammad, you see, Muhammad he try always to terrify the Muslims. You remember in the Quran where Muhammad he said that Allah will insert in the anus of the one who don't believe in him, he will insert in his anus a huge chain. Who remember where we can find that? Who remember? Let us see who of you is still young and who of you is still getting older. Anyone remember? This is the point of those things, to make you believe, to force you to believe. He scare you. ثم في سلسلة ذراعها 70 ذراعا فأسلكوا. Chapter 69, verse number 32. So unbelievable. If you don't believe in Allah, brother, a brother and sister, I warn you and I tell you, if you don't believe in Allah, Allah is going to insert a huge thing in your anus. And in Pakistan, we have a lot of thing ready for you. He will do 69 for you. The chapter name, it's a miracle. Even the chapter name is 69. Isn't it this is alone is enough to prove to us that this is a miracle? Read carefully with me. The knowledge of Allah, who will insert a chain in your anus. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da. Please buy Nivea. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da. You will need it very soon. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da. All right. Where we are now. This is 69:29. Hold on. No, this is 68. I was wondering why it's coming like this. All right. Read with me carefully, please. What's happening? Let us go to the main page. Hold on. Ibn Kathir. I will show you. The amazing, beautiful God. His name is Allah. Okay. Here we go. After you go to the judgment day, Allah will order the angels to size you. They will size you, size him, and fetter him, and throw him in the blazing fire. But hold on, you are not done yet. And then fasten him on a chain, wherefore the length is 70 cubits. Kabul Ahbar said, every ring of it will be equal to the entire amount of iron found in the world. I mean, do you see how big this chain? Every ring of this chain is equal to entire iron in the world. How many billions of tons that will be? Unbelievable. This is all for me. And then Al-Wafi reported that Ibn Abbas, that Ibn Jurayr, the blah 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 said, each cubit will be former's length of an angel. If Ibn Jurayr reported, فَأَسْلِكُوهُ, explain what the word فَأَسْلِكُوهُ mean. Fasten him, it will be entered into his buttocks. Ouch, ouch. I wish I am good in cartoon. I want to make this as a cartoon for adult, and they will play it in a Playboy station. We have a human being, or in the horror station, horror. It will be entered into his buttocks. So now we bring a guy, and then we bring a huge chain. Every ring of it is equal to all the iron in the world. And now the angels are pushing that chain in the buttocks. Push, brother, push. Brother, it's so thin. I mean, the chain is so big and his anus is so small. What we can do? The brother spit there or put some Nivea. So it will be entered into his buttocks and will pull out of his mouth. If. Can I draw? Sure, I can draw. What are you talking about? I am the best artist in the world. Okay, hold on. You see, you I just forgot that I am very good in drawing. Okay, this is the guy who don't believe in Allah. I'm telling you, I'm very good. By the way, I have a copyright over this drawing. Don't try it like and sell it in the auction or etc. All right. So this is the guy who don't believe in Allah. All right. Here we have his neck. Here we have his shoulder. We will make his shoulder small so it can fit in the screen. And then this is his bum. His fat. This is his bum. All right. And those are his legs. Then Allah will bring a huge chain. Huge. Big. I mean, really big. Very big and very, very huge. And he will insert the chain in his anus. I'm trying to make the chain small, but the fact that chain every ring will be like here, all of this will go inside his anus. And the angels will be pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and then they will take the chain from his mouth. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel in case you like to learn how to draw. Forget about what we teach here. We will open a special class to teach you how to draw horror movie, terror. I mean, obviously this is a good religion and this is true God. And you know, even the Muslims, they went so far in describing for us the size of the chain and the size of the rings of this chain. Look, look, look. It will be entered into his buttocks and pulled out of his mouth. Then it will be arranged on, he will be arranged, they will be arranged in the chain, just like luctos. Ooh, barbecue, barbecue. Allah will put us like luctos, and are arranged in a stick, is being roasted. Ooh. Al-Wafi reported from Ibn Abbas that he said it will run into his behind until it's brought from his to his nostrils. Let me see my nose. So Allah will put the chain in the ass, and then he will take it out from the nose. I mean, that's so beautiful and so much imaginary. I mean, who can reject such a religion? And now you have 1 million reasons to believe in the Prophet and to say Shahada. If you are worried about your anus, you better say Shahada. If you are worried about your nostril, you have to say Shahada. If you are worried about these things getting inside you, coming out outside you from your mouth, you have to say Shahada. And then they continue in the description. They say, if a drop of lead like this, like what? Like the ring of the chain, and he pointed to the skull bone, were sent from the heaven to the earth, and it is a distance of 500 years. Look, the Muslim, they knew even what the distance is between them, you know. I mean, because Muhammad, he said that. Muhammad, he told them the distance between each heaven is 500 years in the camel speed. Do we have any Abdul? There we go. Somebody is going to sue me for breaking his ribs. His wife, she will call the police and they will say, this guy, I have witnesses, he made my husband laugh and he broke his ribs. I know it. Any Abdul? Hello? I'm lying, doesn't say camel speed. Well, Muhammad, when he measured the speed, he measured it by what? When he measured distance, he measured it by what? Do you want me to show you? By the travel of a camel. Because those Bedouin, they travel and they say it takes us there a month, a year. As an example, what is the distance of the flying carpet of Suleiman? Anyone remember? Who remember the flying carpet of Suleiman? The flying carpet of Sulaiman, it goes in a distance of 1 month by morning. ولسليمان الريح عاصفة تجري بأمره إلى الأرض التي باركنا فيها. Chapter 21 verse number 82. What is the distance there it measure the distance with? It is the date of what? Of travel. The date of travel. How long it take to travel to that area? So at that time, what people they used to travel with? Either walking or camel. They are people of the desert. They don't have airplane. So if we go now in the same website to read the tafsir, chapter 21 verse number 81, let us go there. Okay, 81, here we go, here we go. This is Ibn Kathir interpretation again. This is not my interpretation, so Muslim don't say I'm making things up. I know you, I know you, I know you. Okay, then you will see here. Where is the story of the wind? Here we go. وَلِسُلَيْمَانُ الرِّيحُ عَاصِفَةً. And to Sulaiman we subjected the wind strongly. Ragging means we subjugated a strong wind to Sulaiman, running by his command toward the land which we would blessed, meaning the land which Asham, which is Great Syria. And of everything we are all knower. He had a mat made of wood, which he would place all the equipment. Hold on, let me fix this thing here. You are not reading the whole thing. Is it better now? I want to be sure that you can see it. Anyway, so he had a mat or a mat made of wood on which he would place all the equipment of his kingship, horses, camels, tents, and troops. Then he would command the wind to carry it. This is a very true story. My grandfather, he used to own the same kind of carpet, and we used to fly, all of us. We used to go every weekend to Las Vegas. We jump in the flying carpet, we put our donkeys, our the camel, all the Arabian stuff, all the Arab stuff. So a side belt, all the Arab needs. You know, as you know, I am an Arab. So like this, what we take with us. You know, like we would go a trip, we take our side belt, we take you know, C4. I mean, all sandwiches, all the sandwiches. So we take all the kingship with us, and then we jump in the top of the flying carpet, and then it take by noontime the distance of a month. Month of what? Travel by camel. So this guy, he fly to go from a place to place. By noontime he arrive. It's a distance of a month. And he placed in the top of the flying carpet all the army, all his army. Do you see it says the troops, the tents, the troops? It's like a flying city. Literally, it's a flying city. Camels, horses. Actually, I remember we used to take with us, you know, we grow tomato, we grow trees. It's a big carpet, big, huge carpet, very huge. And by the way, what happened when the American they came to our country and they control our country? Those kuffar, they stole the carpet from the front of the door of my father, and this is a true story. If we ask Zakir Naik about the flying carpet of Prophet Solomon, what he will say? Brother Fitter, there is a person, his name is the Christian Prince, and he always make fun of the flying carpet of a Prophet Solomon. And just to show you how ignorant he is, imagine yourself, you are not exist in the year 2018, and somebody told you there is something it's called boing 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 777. You will not believe him because you never saw it. But in fact, it's true. And this is exactly what happened with the Prophet Solomon. He have a flying carpet, it have no engine, it run by wind. And that because Allah is going clean. He don't like to pollute our environment. No alcohol, no fuel, nothing, brother. It's a pure clean wind. And until now, the Western, they are making energy from wind, trying to learn from Allah. Thank you very much. Are you Iraqi? What make me Iraqi? I mean, what's wrong? Every day I have a new citizenship. Sometimes I'm Iraqi, sometimes I'm Lebanese, sometimes I'm Syrian, sometimes I'm Jordanian, sometimes I'm Saudi. شنو هذا عيني. Oh, anyway. So horses, camels, tents, troops, and then he would command the wind to carry it. I love that. Guys, do you know how much money I spent in my last trip? A lot of money. If I have the command of the wind and I can fly in a flying carpet, that will be interesting. That will be so nice. No security check, no passport expired. You land wherever you want, especially because I'm an Arab. Everybody welcome me. The second you say you are an Arab, nobody even asks you questions. Not in the airport. Like in the airport, nobody asks you to take off your shoes or take off your pant or go in the x-ray or go in a special inspection, or they will not check your bags 10 times and you will not find that everybody was playing with your bag. This has never happened to an Arab guy like me. Never. Because we are trustworthy. Very much trustworthy. Unbelievable. And he would, and it would, he would go underneath it. He could go underneath it, and it would carry him aloft, shading him and protecting him. What? From the heat. What? Not only you will be in the top of a flying carpet. By the way, here there's something missing in the translation. What they were saying, that when Suleiman he go in the top of the flying carpet, the birds will fly in the top of him to keep him in shade. And you can imagine how much poo Suleiman he used to enjoy. Imagine, like, in order to have shade of birds in the top of me, I have like what, 1,000 bird. How much poo that will do? The bird that poop every 5 seconds. So the birds are covering Suleiman and shading him. And this is a true story, by the way. All those stories are true. If you don't believe in Islam, you better believe now, because those stories can be found only in Islam. So until he reach wherever he want to go in the land. But by the way, before Suleiman, before he got this Boeing 777 carpet, flying carpet, anyone remember what he used to do? How Suleiman used to fly? Anyone remember? Why Suleiman he got the flying carpet? Anyone remember? I'm serious. Why he got it? Because he used to have before a flying horse, and he one day he got angry and he slaughtered his horse. So Allah he sent him in his birthday another gift. It's a flying carpet. Any Muslim want to say this is false? I mean, why this guy is so lucky with the flying things, flying horse? You see, the Muslim they say in the Bible there's unicorn. The Bible speak about unicorn. Unicorn is a real animal, not the one in the fictions. The one in the fictions is in your books, Muslims. In Arabic we call it Wahidul Qarn. It's not talking about those two, the one you see in the cartoon. It's talking about a real animal who is exist, and you can search in Google and you will see them. They are until now exist. But your prophet here is speaking about the unicorn, the one who fly, a flying horse and a flying carpet. Do we have any Abdul? All those stories, Muhammad, he got them from the stupid stories of the Jews, the legend of the Jews. As simple as that, and he believed in them. If I ask you to be the godfather of my son, you will come to Germany. My friend Emmanuel, I will be honored to do so. But to be honest with you, I'm a poor man. I cannot afford really to travel a lot. I don't live in Germany. Otherwise, I honestly I will be honored to be so. Unless you want to buy me the ticket, because as you see, my flying carpet is gone. The flying carpet which I use, the American they stole it, the kuffar. Yeah. Do we have any Muslim? Any Abdul? No Muslims, that's it. Are we out of them? Yeah, this is what they believe. They believe that Sulaiman one day he got upset, so he slaughtered his horse. No, I do not forget the minister of irrigation. You guys, do you know who is the minister of irrigation in Islam? Anyone knows? Who remember? Let me show you. The minister of irrigation. This is the minister of irrigation in Islam. No, it's a bird. This guy, he was hired by Sulaiman to be the minister of irrigation. If you go to any Islamic country, if the Muslim they see this bird, they will never even touch him. They think that this was al-Hudhud, which is the minister of irrigation for Prophet Solomon, who hired by Allah. And this guy, he went all the way, and then he found for Suleiman the queen of Sheba, who have no hair in her legs. So he was full-time minister of irrigation, part-time womanizer, or dating business. Actually, I think this guy he can find me a good wife. What do you think, guys? This guy he can stand in any window, and he can spy at the women to see if they have hair in their legs, the same what happened to Suleiman. I don't want to marry a woman she having a lot of hair. Hello, a woman she have no hair in her legs. Why? A woman at that time they used to be like monkeys. Any Abdul? Any Abdul has anything to say about what we said until now? I mean, why the Abdul they are? Why the Abdul they disappear? Where is the Abdul? Anyone? Al-Hudhud. No, no. If you see the story about the Hudhud, you will not believe it, guys. Like Suleiman, he is a king, but he is a king who have an army of birds. Have you ever heard of an army of a chicken? General Chicken, Brigade of Chicken, Sergeant Chicken, Sergeant Rooster. Okay. Suleiman, every morning, he check his army of birds. And remember, Allah, he taught him the language of birds. Allah taught him what? The language of birds, not Chinese. No, no, no. The language of birds. All birds, this look like all birds speak one language, not like us, sadly. So in chapter 27, verse number 20, you will see that Suleiman in the morning he went to check on the army of birds. He took a muster of birds and he said, Why? Why is it I see not the hubub? Hubub? What a horrible news. Prophet Suleiman is a checking his army of birds and he did not find, he found one bird is missing. How dare you? And then Suleiman he got angry and he said, I will certainly punish him with severe penalty or execute him. I mean, this is normal. He's a king. Imagine you are a bird in the army of the king, and now you are absent without giving excuse. So what do you think that will happen? First of all, the Prophet Suleiman, he is going to call the MP, the military police. And brother Fitter, when the Prophet Solomon he thick in the bird and he found one of the bird is missing. Some of you might wonder why he was so upset. Because the Prophet Solomon is very what? Organized. He don't like to have a lousy army. Everybody have to wake up or 4 a.m. in the morning. Everybody have to do ablution and start prayer for Allah. And then we do the attack at the neighbors and we steal their women. So Prophet Solomon at that day, he was preparing himself to attack the neighbor. So they can kill the men and steal the women as all Muslims. And because this bird was missing and his job is irrigation. So now who is going to irrigate the birds? They will get thirsty. So the Prophet Solomon, he said, if you don't give me a good execute, I'm going to slaughter him. Thank you very much. You will execute this guy because he is absence? I mean, look how strict this army. I am a king of the ring, and I found a bird is missing, and now I am angry. I will execute him. Please, king, have mercy on him. He is the minister of irrigation. People will get thirsty if you kill him. I don't care. Everybody have to follow my order. What? That's really serious. And then the hoop, he came back and he told him, king, let me tell you what happened. I found there a woman ruling over them and provided with every requisite, and she is magnificent throne. She has a magnificent throne. So this guy, he was working for the CIA at that time, the bird. So he fly like, don't you see they use satellite? Today they have satellite to spy at each other, right? Suleiman at that time he used this bird to spy too. Any Abdul? I mean, how in the world you people are not converting to Islam yet? Don't you have enough? No, but you know the funny, you see the funny thing about Islam, stupidity is amazing. You see here, it says that Allah he taught him the language of the birds, but then just a few verses before, you will see that Suleiman he was listening to the ant. We forgot to talk about the ant, guys, in the Middle East, and this is a true story. Let me show you. And before Solomon were marched his host of jinn and men and birds. So his army is what? His army is a tree army. Army of genie, army of a human, army of birds. Yes, army of birds. And they were kept in order and ranks, so they are going in line, like you see in the cartoon. Like they are walking like in line, ranks. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Army of jinn, army of men, army of birds, and all of them, they are walking in ranks. They are marching. And the drill sergeant, he says to you, to the left, stupid idiot, to the left. And then at the length, when they come to the lowly valley of the ant, lowly valley of the ants. There's a valley for the ants in the Middle East. You see, guys, in the Middle East, we have it from everything. We have valley of the cockroaches, we have valley of bees, we have valley of ants, we have a valley of Hillary Clinton, we have from all kind of insect. Any insect you went to, we can find you a valley for it. So we have a valley, it's called the valley of ants. Anyone knows why we call it the valley of the ants? Anyone knows why? Silicon Valley. Because only in the Middle East, in that valley, ants live. Yes, I mean at that time. And then after that, there were ants, because the liberals, they took over Europe and America, so the ants immigrated from everywhere, and now you can find them everywhere. And actually, me myself, as an immigrant, I fly to America in the top of one of those ants, to be honest with you. True story. So the valley of the ants, one of the ants said, I mean, look at this, guys, look at the details, look at this amazing details. How many ants is in the colony? A billion? A million? Allah is very, very much into details. One of the ants, do you see the word one? One of the ants said, "Oh ye ants, get into your habitations, lest Suleiman and his host crush you under their foot without knowing it." If. One of the ants said that, not two, not a three, not four. We have to be honest. It is only one ant, because obviously she is the one in charge of guarding. The Muslim, by the way, they make an article about it, that there's ants who they are guardian to the other ants. But here it says one of the ants, Abdul. And one of the ants said, ants don't talk. Ants are deaf. Ants are blind. Do you know that? Actually, sorry, they are deaf and they are mute. They are deaf and they are mute. So how the ant, she said what she said, and then the Quran make more poo-poo. Said, so he smiled, amused at her speech. Speech? Solomon, he heard the speech of the ant. If. This guy, he can hear an ant. I mean, how strong his hearing is. But ants don't talk. You see, for sure, ants talk. I mean, all creatures, they communicate. We can call it talk, but they don't really talk. Their communication, their talk is not by saying words. They communicate in two ways, either vibration or chemical. But the guy here, the Quran says, he was amused with her speech. So she made a speech. He heard her speech. But isn't it the Quran say that Allah he taught Sulaiman the language of birds? Allah he taught him the language of birds, but he's learned the language of ants. Look like Sulaiman he entered the wrong classroom. He thought he's learning bird language. It turned to be the ants. True story. If you don't believe that Muhammad is a false prophet yet, obviously you have a mental issue. All those stories, by the way, you can find them in something called the Legends of the Jews. The Jews, they have a lot of fairy tale stories about Suleiman, about David, about many, and they used to tell those stories to their kids. Muhammad, because he's a false prophet, he took them and he put them and he claimed that Allah told him to say those stories. No, you can actually. It's for free because the Legion of the Jews translated by a guy, I forgot his name. It's not like a copyrighted, I think. So it's legally for free. You can download it from the internet. Just search for it. It's called the Legion of the Jews, and you will find the story, the exact story of the ants. You will see it there. Any Abdul? Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And for those who they really care for what we do, we appreciate your support. I noticed that very few of you is really caring for helping us in what we do. Always your support is needed. Look like we need to speak about it in order to for people to help us. I don't like to talk about it, but we will see. Any Abdul left? Yeah, for me, actually, I want an ant to contact me, but the ant should be first you have to be single, okay, and she have to be beautiful in the age of Khadija. She's like 25 years older than me, very rich, and she like to marry a guy, his name is Muhammad, and the rest is easy. Any Abdul? Where is the Abdul? So we got one Abdul today. That's it. That's it. Look like we are out of them. All right, guys. Today is Saturday, so I guess many of you is going to get out. You are not like me who stay home doing his work in his computer. How many of you getting out today? Going to a dinner outside? Listen, any one of you, he invite me for a dinner outside with you, for sure you will pay. I am willing to make Allah give you extra reward in the heaven of Allah. Nobody's going out. It is Sunday now. All of you staying home just because Awin is going to take me out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Here we go. See, all of them, they want to go sleep now. Just because he said, who want to take me out for a dinner? Unbelievable. I cannot believe it. How gracious they are. All right. Late Saturday night in Nigeria. I would like to go to Nigeria. I like to go to Africa, actually. But because I know nothing there, I don't know anyone. Come to California? Yeah, right. I will never go to California. Full of those liberals. A woman there, she will accuse me that I did hold her hair when she was 17 years old, 76 years ago. Don't go to California. Don't go to California. They will accuse you of something. Don't go there. Don't do that. And they will accuse me that I throw some ice cream at somebody. I will never go. Oh boy. And I will never let Trump Ask me to be a judge in the Supreme Court. I will accept to be a judge in the court of Suleiman. Better. uh, thank you, my friend in Nigeria. I would be honored to be there. Any Abdul? Here we go. All of you are inviting me. Where is the ticket? Send me the ticket and I will come. Talk is cheap. What about coming here and what about going there? But I'm going nowhere. You know, you remind me of some Middle Eastern who say to you, they are very cheap. They say to you, do you like to sleep here or the hotel is better for you? Do you like to eat in our house or in the restaurant? It's more tasty. Um, anyway. Any Abdul? Anyone? I want to go to Toronto. CP, you are up for it? What I will do in Toronto, Steve? Last time I crossed the borders to Canada, they took off all the inside of my car. They thought I'm really a terrorist. They took me inside. They took all the inside of the doors, the chairs. They brought dogs. Unbelievable, so beautiful. Unbelievable. It's fun to be an Arab, to be honest with you. I mean, wherever you go, they love you. They give you hugs. You are going to be a superstar in 2 seconds. Very beautiful. Yeah, you will buy me a nice dinner. You want me to buy a ticket all the way to California, and then this woman, Dr. Frankenstein, whatever his name, she accused me of something to get a dinner. Keep dreaming. What if she is there? Unbelievable. You have some questions about reference in my books? No problem. But isn't it the reference there? The reference is there. So as long you have the reference, what the question about the reference? The reference is there. You can search them. Any Abdul? Arab Christian, what name they call Allah? Well, you know, Arab Christians today, because after the occupation of the Muslims of 1400 years, they use the word Allah when they speak about God. But that is not really what is in the Bible. So, yes, they use the same word, but this is a wrong thing. And that because of 1400 years of humiliation and occupation. Imagine you are controlled by ISIS for 2 weeks. What is the word you are allowed to use when you say God? Are you getting my point? Just 2 weeks. Not 1400 years of ISIS. Actually, you can get my book in French, yes. Just search for the Le Secret du Prophète Arabe. It's the same book in French. Le Secret du Prophète Arabe. You see, the problem between us and the Muslims is not the name of the God. Let us say the Muslims, for the sake of argument, they change the name of their God. They call it Jesus. Let us say assume, but still it's not the same one. Do you understand? Our problem with Islam is not the name. You see, in Arabic, I call Jesus, I call him Yeshua. In Hebrew, Yeshua. In Arabic, I say Masih. You say Messiah. So in some other languages, even the name it changed a lot, but still it's the same person, even though the name is not the same. But in Islam, the name is not really the problem. The problem is everything in this cult have nothing to do with our God. You see, God is not about a name. What Jesus says about how we recognize anything, he said, From their fruits you shall know them. Do we agree? From their fruits we shall know them. Okay, what fruits have to do with the name? You can call yourself whatever you want. There's a guy, he claimed to be the Messiah. There's a guy, he is the leader of the Ahmadiyya. He claimed to be the Messiah. The Christians, they came to him, they said, okay, if you are the Messiah, here we go. We have like 50, 60 people outside who they cannot walk and talk and blind and etc. Make them do what the Messiah does. If you are the Messiah. So from their fruits you shall know them. And the fruits of Islam is very stupid, very ugly, very disgusting, have nothing to do with the fruits of Jesus. Right? We are not a chicken who follows a person by look or by a shape. We recognize our Lord not by a name. Actually, if you read the whole Bible, there's no names for the Lord. When Moses asked the Lord, what I will say to my people, who are you? He told him, I am. He did not give him a name. You see, mistakenly, some Christian, they think that we have a God who have a name. There's no name, because there is no name can describe him. All the names are just a language of a human being, which is limited. There's no name can describe God. But he is known, and he came to us in person. So we are not the same as the Muslims who never know who is this God, what he is about, what he can do, what he cannot do. We know the God. He came to us in person. He lived between us, and he is right now with us. So my problem with Islam uh, is not a name. If the Muslims, they change their God name and they call him Elohim, they call him Jehovah, still this is not him. You see, if somebody have a donkey and he changed the name of his donkey and he call it horse, still his donkey is a donkey, right? So don't fool yourself with the name. We don't have a problem with the name. You have only one God. Okay, first of all, prove to me that you have one God. Prove to me that his name is Allah, or prove to me who is Allah. You don't know what Allah mean. You don't know. Have you ever heard of somebody follow a God, he have a name, and you do not know what the name mean? Guys, did you hear Dr. Rohi? He said we do not know who is the first one who used that word. Did you hear him saying that? Did Dr. Rohi say that the word Allah is Allah shay, which means worship something, and we do not know who is the first one who said that? He said it's an Arabic word, but we do not know who is the first who said that. That's stupid. So you are worshiping something. This is a guy who have a PhD in Islam. We worship something. How you know that this something is one? And if he is one or two, who care? I don't refuse to call it Allah. I call it Allah. Your God is Allah, which is something. And you know, the funny, when Muslims they say we worship one God, who care if it's 1 or 20? If the God is a true God, if he is 1 or 20 God and they are true God, they are 20 God. Let us assume there is 1,000 God and they are true God. That will not change anything. They are true God still. They are 1 or 20 or 20,000. As long as it's true, it's true. If it is false, it's false. Are we getting the point? The Muslims are so proud that they worship one God, but yet they do not know who is this one God. And who care if he is 1 or 50? This is a stupid even argument. So you are worshiping one snake or two snake? And what a big deal. The Egyptian before you worship one God, the Christian worship one God, the Jews worship one God. So what? What does that mean? This is nothing to be proud about. If God is one, he's one. If he is two, he's two. But this is how silly the argument of Muslims. They don't ask themselves how Allah he is a true God, but yet he said when Sulaiman he arrived to the lowly valley of ants. So you have one God who telling us that there is a prophet he was speaking and he hearing the ants talking. The ants don't talk and they don't speak. They are mute. And he was amused with her speech. This is the God you are talking about, who you worship? Is that him? Ants don't talk since forever. Ants don't talk. They are mute. They communicate by chemical and vibration. They make noise, but the noise is not for them to hear. The noise because of vibration. They don't talk. They communicate. They communicate by chemical. You can go check right now. That communication we can call it talk, but it's not talking. As you see here, it says he was amused with her speech. Who is a Muslim would like to call me? Why I don't support Palestine? Because my brother, the prophet of Allah, he support Israel. Can you show me one place your God Allah in the Quran he said Palestine? Why Allah don't support Palestine? Allah he support the Jews. Allah in the Quran he said that Allah he gave the land to the Jews. Chapter 5 verse 21. يا قوم ادخلوا الأرض المقدسة التي كتب الله لكم. O people, my people, enter the holy land which Allah assigned to you. Do you see it? Yes, Allah. Allah sponsored the Jew. Your God Allah is a Zionist. O my people, enter the holy land which Allah has assigned into you. You who? The Jews. What? No, no, it's in the front of you. Remember Moses. Who is talking? Moses said to his people. Who is his people? Children of Israel. Do you see it? So why Allah never mentioned the word Palestinian or Palestine in his Quran? Neither in the Hadith. Yet he is saying that this is a land assigned by Allah to the Jews. What do you say? Are you going to accuse Allah to be Zionist and he worked for the Mossad? Ah, I am Jahil. He called me names now, but he cannot answer. See, he will change the topic. Answer why Allah he says that this is the land Allah assigned to the Jews. Hmm? I am Faris CB, and it is my fifth time or sixth. You guys block me. Who is Faris? Are you the guy who said to me the Torah is not the book of Allah? I have no time for kids. Do we have any Abdul? What kind of God? He, if you read this verse, by the way, those verses, Allah he told Moses to go and kill all the Palestinians. Do you see it? They refused to go and assault the Palestinian, but among them, Allah-fearing men, two Jews. There's two Jews. They were Mujahideen, ISIS, whom Allah bestowed His grace. They said, assault them at the proper gate. Allah is praising the Jews who want to kill the Palestinians. Do you see it? Do you see it? Allah saying that those who want to assault the Palestinians and kill them, Allah called them two whom Allah bestowed His grace on them. Do you see that? Why Allah is praising the one who want to kill the Palestinians? This is Quran. Is Allah a Jew? Huh? Hello?
Hello, CP.
Hey, my friend, how are you? Hello? Are you there?
Specific verse.
Can you
One,
say
yeah, Yaqub.
I lost you.
Yeah.
I lost you.
I
Go
I
ahead.
went to the highest authority on Islam in Egypt
Okay.
to ask about. I went to the website and they gave there's a number and it says toll free and you request a fatwa and I asked them for the tafsir for this one. Funnily enough, I gave them all the details and I requested a fatwa and they ripped me off and they never gave me a fatwa. They never gave me the proper tafsir.
Like the Quran, he said, انتظروا وأنتظروا معكم. انتظروا. Wait. It's going to come one day.
Yes,
It's going to come
yes,
one day. Anyway, I mean, the verses are clear. Allah here
very clear.
is insulting
And
the
if you
Jews for not killing the Palestinians. He don't like them. He said they are coward, they are bad. They abandoned Moses to go and do jihad against the Palestinians. He is praising two men who agreed to attack the Palestinians.
yes, also I checked some of the tafsirs for this like on my own, and they give really stupid excuses for the matter. Like for example, that the promise that God gave them to enter the land was only for a temporary period of time, and that somehow justifies this becoming a Palestinian land. Can you see how
No, you see,
how
I debated many Muslims before about this. They say at that time the people there they were pagans, so it's okay to kill them. This is the logic of the Muslims. So
it's okay to kill a pagan?
yeah, because there are
Very very
those
very
Palestinians,
logical.
they are Muslims at that time, so it's okay to kill them. But now you have no right to kill them because they are Muslims. They have protection of Allah. This is the hypocrisy of the Muslims.
Yeah, you can kill anyone who's not a Muslim, but if you kill a Muslim, the whole world, the whole Muslim world falls apart.
Yeah, you can kill a Muslim if he is just from other sect. It's okay, like because Muhammad he allowed Muslim to kill each other anyway.
Yeah, if he's a Shia, yes. If he's a Shia
Not
or
only a Shia,
Alawi or all
not
these
only a
people,
Shia,
you can kill.
not only a Shia. The Quran confirmed that if there's two sect of you have a dispute and support the one who's right, but Muhammad he never said who is the one who's right. Everybody says I am the right one. So now the Sunni themselves they kill each other. The Sunni they kill a lot of Sunnis, not only Shia, because anyone, as an example, if you go right now,
Yes,
as long you are
yeah,
searching about fatwa, you can go and search right now for the ones who claim that the Quran is created. There is many Sunnis, they believe for some time that the Quran is created. The Muslims they issue fatwa until now that anyone believe that the Quran is created, he is a kafir and he should be killed. And from the time of Muhammad, there is many incident of people who were slaughtered for believing that the Quran was created. This is why, like there's a group they call them al-Mu'tazila, you know. So
yeah,
the second you just disagree about an opinion, the majority they will kill the minority, and if the majority in this place became minority in different place, they themselves they will be killed. As an example, in certain
yeah,
time,
yeah.
Egypt used to be what? Do you know what Egypt used to be?
A Christian nation.
No, before, I mean after, when Islam took
Uh,
over, became Shia.
it became a Shia. Yes, yes, the Fatimiyyin.
Right. So the Shia controlled Egypt for a long time. During that time,
Yes,
if you are a Sunni, you are a potato there. They will kill you. Suddenly, the Sunni took over. The king became a Sunni. Everybody transferred into Sunni overnight. Where the Shia? What
yeah,
happened? Have you ever heard of a nation? The whole nation changed overnight? Because this is not really people who convert because they are convinced, but because when you put the sword in the neck of people, they change overnight.
Yeah.
The king is Sunni, they are Sunni. The king is Shia, they are Shia. Who care? They want to live. People, they are poor, they want to live. If there's anything else, my friend?
Yes, yes. Um, I wanted the actual sources for Muhammad's name being Qasim and not Muhammad.
Yeah, you can find that actually in many sources. You speak Arabic, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you can search. There's an article written by Dr.
The Tunisian writer.
Right. You can go
Uh,
and but if you can get the article, he gave a lot of source actually, and if you can get his book too. However, this is exist in Ibn Kathir. This exist in many places. That what happened that the grandfather of Muhammad, he used to
yes.
have a child before Muhammad. Remember
Uh,
Muhammad, he is an orphan, right?
he is supposedly an orphan.
All right, which is what they say. However, his grandfather, he have a son, which means this is the uncle of Muhammad. He have an uncle.
Yes.
His name is Qatham, and Qatham, he passed away. So the Arab, what they used to do, the first baby is born after the one who passed away. They name him by his name.
So he caught the name of
He got the name of his
dead
uncle,
uncle.
Qatham.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Muslim, they say this is not true, many of them, but for sure there's a lot of evidence about that. And in the same time, the stories of the Quran and Muhammad confirm that this is not his name, because if Muhammad name is Muhammad, why his name in different verse in the Quran is Ahmad? Why it is Mustafa sometime?
Yes.
The name of a person,
It's
that is not a name, that is
it's
a
an
title.
adjective, not a name.
It's a title. He praised himself that he is Muhammad. Simply, he was a person trying
The
to
praise.
replace Jesus. He's trying to be Jesus of today, of his time. So he is the
Yeah.
praised one. People before,
It's a
they
it's a
praised Jesus.
very intricate and very well made system, to be honest. If Muhammad really came up with this on his own, then I really think that he has like enough intelligence to do something like that in his time. Don't you think?
It's not about intelligence. Sometimes you can be a stupid, and you became a
Yeah.
king because opportunity is coming. Not
Yeah, he said the right things in the right time.
No, it's not actually. It's not even the right things in the right time. About he said no. It's about if you go and see how Muhammad he became what he became. Muhammad was rejected all by all the good ones. The one who joined him, it was the gang, الرعاة,
Yes, yes,
الصحاريك.
yes.
So
Yes, the
yeah,
mercenaries.
missionaries mercenary, they join him, and he start attacking. He's a gang. Even the Muslim agree. He attacked the caravans. He steal the clothes and the food. This is what he is. What does this have to do with the Prophet?
All in the name of Allah.
Yeah, and
You know,
almost he was destroyed. Actually, almost he was destroyed. But it was his luck, and things work in his side. The Arab, they were not united against him, so he was able to be successful somehow. And in the same time, the Persian and the Roman, they were fighting each other for more than 300 years, and both they are exhausted, totally exhausted. So Muhammad, when he finished with the Arab, he found nobody to stop him. The Persian are gone, the Roman are so tired. They've been victorious, yes, but there's not don't have more men to fight. You see, remember in the Quran the chapter of a Roman, where it says
yes,
that the Roman they've been defeated.
غلبت الروم.
Right. So the Roman, obviously they are not in good shape. They just defeated, and then after a few years defeated the Persian, which means both of them, they are really exhausted. They are defeating each other because both of them, they are almost, it's like two guys are fighting for 300 years and they have no energy left. So Muhammad,
Yes,
he
they're
came in a
both
perfect
equally
time where both of them, they
strong.
are sitting in the side of the fence and they cannot move. So he came in a perfect time. So it was
How unlucky for the world.
yeah, that's what happened. So he came in a perfect time for him, and this is what happened. This is what happened. The devil support evil. But the kingdom of Muhammad did not really live long, because you see, if you read the history, you will see that Islam is gone since the beginning of Muhammad, because after that it was hijacked by families and businesses, and then the Tatar, they came, the Mongolian. They destroyed the caliphate and they made their own caliphate, and then the Turk took over, the Turkish.
Yes, Yeah, the Ottoman
the most
Empire.
corrupt nation ever in history. They took over, and since then Islam is not exist. The caliphate became the Ottoman Empire. All what they came
Yeah,
for, having more women, more money, stealing, attacking, killing neighbors. But there's no real religion until now. You go to Turkey, you see Erdogan. He speak every
it's a
day.
secular state.
No, they speak too much about religion, but Turkish are not religious. You go to Turkey, you see
Yes,
you see the corruption, you see the scam, you see the kidnapping, you see the thieves, you see the prostitution. The bars are open, the nightclubs, striptease. I mean, go to Ankara, go to Istanbul, go. Erdogan, he make a
I
speech
have
every day
friends
about
there. I
Allah.
know, I know.
Yeah, they make a speech every day about Allah, but this guy, his country is the major income they have is prostitution and drugs and drinking. Why Erdogan don't forbid alcohol in his country if he's a Muslim leader?
He pretends he's a caliphate, but he's too much of a liberal
Yeah,
caliphate.
where is the guy who will forbid alcohol? Isn't it alcohol forbidden? I mean, this is something little to do. I mean, you do not need to be genius to know that you as a Muslim supposedly should forbid alcohol. You cannot do that, because if you do that, his country will be bankrupt. They make a lot of money from tourism. If he close all the nightclubs and prostitution and all those things, the country is not it already
The
is
country will go
collapsed.
back to the rubbles it used to be.
The country is used to be a Constantinia, used to be a wonderful country. It's not even their country, you know. But since they came there
Yes,
and they stole everything, and all what Ottoman Empire was built of stealing from the others for the sake of those who live in this area. But what I'm trying to say, that Islam as
yeah.
Islam is not exist no more. Islam is gone long time ago. This is what is left over, and today the Muslims are nothing different from before. They fight each other and they kill each other. Go and see what
The
happened
same.
now in Turkey. You know, the Saudi, the Emirati, the Bahrain, the Qatar, the Turkish, the Egyptian. I mean, it's a nations of people who hate each other to death.
Yes,
If not
that
America,
is saddeningly true.
if not America, right now the Middle East will be burning. Turkey will attack Syria, Saudi Arabia, Egyptian, and they will attack Turkey. Iran will attack Saudi Arabia. The whole Islamic countries will be killing each other. Actually, already are killing each other anyway. War in Iran, war in Yemen, war in Syria, war with the Kurdish, war in Iraq, war in Afghanistan, war in Pakistan, war in Libya. I mean, where is there's a Muslim country they don't have a war?
I wanted to ask you about one more thing. Are you familiar with the current Egyptian politics?
No, not really. And I don't really.
I just wanted to ask you about like the president. What do you think of him?
I think all of them the same garbage. This is the Middle East, my friend.
Okay.
This is the Middle East. It's a you know, it doesn't matter how they try to color themselves as to look like nice, to be moderate. At the end of the day, all of them they are racist. You know,
Very,
and they
yes,
are
very.
they discriminate you. They always find a way to discriminate you. You know, if you are black, they discriminate you. If you are not an Egyptian, discriminate you. If you are an Arab discriminate Egyptian. Egyptian discriminate Arab. You know, in the Middle East. All of it is messed up. This is why I don't like to live there. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't like to be there.
No one likes living there.
And even in here in America, I don't associate with Middle Eastern because they don't change. Even those who live in USA, they are racist. They are racist. You know, like it's not a secret. You go right now and search. You will find that the most ugly behavior toward black people you find in the Middle East. Go to Algeria. Algerian, they are African, but yet they treat
I've seen it in my own country.
yeah, and they treat the black people as they are slaves until now. And in Libya, they are now having thousands of slaves in Tunisia. If you know, go and see what they are doing to them in Tunisia. If you are a student from Africa coming to Tunisia, they treat you like garbage. They humiliate you. They beat you in the street. Same in Morocco. Same in Algeria. Those are
I've seen it.
African.
I've seen it here in Egypt.
Yeah. See. So you know, it's a race. They are racist, and they always find a way to discriminate you. So you are a Christian, we will discriminate you. If you're not a Christian, we will find different else. You know, something else. You know.
They always find some small minority that they have to push
they have
around.
to abuse you somewhat, and they try to find a way to abuse you. The point is how we can abuse you and suck your blood. You know.
Yes.
So if you are not from a big tribe, we abuse you too. You know, if you are a poor, we abuse you. So let us say you are a Muslim. So he's not a Christian. We can't abuse him for being a Christian. He's a Muslim, but he is not from high class family. We can't abuse him. He's a poor guy. Everybody abuse everybody. Everybody steal from everybody. Middle East is hell. It is a hell. You have to be from a powerful family to live a nice life in the Middle East. Otherwise,
Yes.
you are no one.
Yes.
If you are from a powerful family, you live like a king. You can go buy your car over somebody in the street and nobody will arrest you. Nobody even will talk about it.
That is saddeningly true. Yes. Um, what do you think of this logic that these Arabs have? Is when you tell them, look at the modern Western countries and how they are, and look at us. Is this the God's chosen people or God's ummah or whatever? And then they say, but they don't have the deen. What do you say to this kind of people?
You see, for me, the Western countries
Yeah.
are not the best because of
Yeah.
nice
Yes.
streets and etc. No, actually, the West is really getting to be garbage like the Middle East, the same as the Middle East now. Because you go in the West, you will find the Middle East there more than the Middle East itself. You go to the West now, you find like terrorists more than what you find in the Middle East. But I know what you are talking about. They build the civilization, etc. They are advanced, etc. But
Yeah.
this is not really the reason for me to look at the Middle East in a bad way. That is not really the reason. You can be in a poor country who have no any advanced thing, like you live only in grass, you are a shepherd, still I will respect you and I will consider you a wonderful human being. So I will not measure really a nation by how advanced they are, but I will I will measure them by their fruits. This is what Jesus said: from their fruits you shall know them. The fruits in the Middle East, that everything is corrupt, the judge is corrupt, the police is corrupt, the president is corrupt, everything around you is corrupt. The phone company, they cut your phone in purpose, and they call you and they say, they come to you to your door, they say, is your phone working? You say, let me check. You go inside, you find the phone is not working. They say, see, well, you make a request, but he is the one who cut the cable outside a second ago, so he will make you pay him, bribe him to fix it for you now, otherwise you will wait for your turn. Everything is corrupt. This is the problem. You know, they have a corrupt mentality, they have a corrupt society, and the same time they are the most people speak about being decent, and they are so proud about how wonderful they are. You are in the Middle East, I am from the Middle East, and you know, when we speak about Western, we speak about them as they are garbage.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, and we are the
Look
best.
at the garbage West. Look at how immoral they are. Look at how irreligious they are. We
No,
have
not
the
only
deen.
that,
We
not
are
only
the
that.
best.
If you speak about Western women in the Middle East, they speak about
Yeah.
them, they are whore. But if you,
A
but if
slut.
yeah, but if you go in the Middle East, you'll see how women, they are taking drugs, sleeping with around, and you know, they do everything in the book of the devil. But in the same time, they claim that they are the best of mankind.
It's because of how they've been. What's the word? They've been kept away from these things, and they finally found the chance to do it. So
Yeah, but
you
no,
know,
I'm saying it's a society of hypocrisy. Everything
very.
everything is hypocrisy. The in the Middle East, in the culture of the Middle Eastern, if you are a male, you can go sleep out, your mother knows, your father knows, and nobody will be upset. If you are a girl and you do the same as your brother,
You'll
you
be
will go
slaughtered.
crazy, you know. And this is why everything is done under the carpet. Women, they go sleep around, men, they sleep around. Number one product in the Middle East for women is virgin again. All women, they go sleep around, and then before they get married, they buy a product, it's called virgin again, where women, she inserted somewhere, and in the wedding night she claimed that she is a virgin, and then the husband, he will see the blood, and he will be proud that his wife, she is a decent woman, but in fact his wife, she did what nobody did before. There's a woman, her name is Foxy. Anyone remember her video, guys? Anyone remember
I
the video of Foxy? This is a
am not.
stupid Canadian woman who converted to Islam, and then she
Yeah.
started living with the Muslim, and then she made a video to speak about the virgin. She is upset because they keep talking about you have to be a virgin, you have to be a virgin. And then she said, Muslim women, she go in the library, they go under the table, they do it. I'm not going to say the language she is saying, very dirty. They sleep with everybody, and then they do it everywhere except there. And then they claim to be virgin, but they are not virgin. So this video, I advise people to watch it. If anyone have it, please post it in the chat. I think it was called Foxy.
I'll watch it after the stream.
Yeah, if somebody can find it, if somebody remember the name or remember where we can find the video, please post it in the chat so they can see it. This woman, she converted to Islam, she lived between the Muslims, and she was shocked about how corrupt the society, that women, they wear hijab, they claim that they are decent, but in fact they do everything you can imagine and things you cannot even imagine. And she was, or obviously she is suffering because she is at the end of the day, she converted to Islam, yes, but they consider her as a Western. And for them, those people, they look at the Western that she is I don't want to use the bad word, she is a,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
a
yeah, she
promiscuous woman.
is a very bad woman, as simple as that.
Yeah.
So she converted to Islam, she thought she would be treated nicely, she thought this is a decent community, and then she noticed how hypocrite they are. Anyone find the video of Foxy? Nobody. Maybe somebody will find it. Anyway, anything else, my friend, you want to say?
No, thank you. This is great.
All right, thank you very much for calling.
You're welcome.
And I will try to find the video for you so you can watch it.
Thanks, CP.
I can't play it here because they will make it copyright claim,
Yeah. The copyright strikes.
All right, take care, my friend.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Let us see. I think her name was Foxy. Well, this video should be kept online. Actually, people, they should spread it around because it's really present a lot of of the truth. Here we go. I found it. You go, guys, and download it. And please download it and share it everywhere, because this is a very honest video made by this woman, stupid woman who converted to Islam. I just posted. It's there. Do you see it? It's literally, it's speaking the truth about the cult of Islam. So download it and post it everywhere. This is a stupid woman, Canadian. She converted to Islam, and there she is telling you how much hypocrite the Muslims are. I wish I can play it for you, even though she used a very filthy language, and this is why maybe she converted to Islam. This site cannot be reached. What do you mean cannot be reached? You could not open the link, guys? Did the link open? Did the YouTube link open or no? No? Okay, let me see. If I post it in the, I will post it in the info of the video here. Let me see. I think now it should open. It should show. Refresh the page. Leave the YouTube. Refresh your page and tell me, do you see it? It should be appearing in the info. And tell me, do you see it? Okay. All right. Yeah, now you can click on it and you can download it, and you will see how this woman, she say everything about Islam. as it is. How hypocrite they are. They claim to be virgins, they claim to be etc. They claim, but in the same time everything they claim is not true, far away from the truth. But nothing new. But just be aware, she have a very dirty tongue. And obviously she have a mental issue to convert to Islam anyway. A human being, he have a intelligent, will not convert to Islam. And this is why those videos should be spread all over, so people they can see that is a witness from inside, from indoor. You see, when I talk about Islam, they will say, okay, this guy, he is a Christian prince, he don't like Islam, etc. He teach against it. But this is a girl, she is a Muslim now, supposedly. She converted to Islam. She is part of this stupid cult. She work in Dubai, I think. And she have and this is what happened, by the way. Those Western lost women, they like to be with Middle Eastern men, and for a very simple reason. When a woman, she is from the West, she go with Middle Eastern man, he spend his money on her. Not like Western men who they talk to you equally. Like we go to the restaurant 50-50, we go to the movie, you pay 50-50, we share an apartment, we pay 50-50. Middle Eastern man, he have the mentality that he is the male and you are the potato, so he have to pay for everything so he can control you. It's not because being good, but because he like to be in control. If it's 50-50, it's mean we have to share our opinion 50-50 too. We have to make decisions 50-50 too, right? And that is not what he like. Some people they think that because he is generous, this is not about generosity, this is because he like to own you. This is why they don't like the women to work, so he can have full control of her. It's not because he is generous. You don't work, you will be fully dependent on him. As simple as that. And then you cannot make him angry, because if you make him angry, you become homeless. You have no job, you have no work, you have nothing to do. He control your life. So you will think 1,000,000 times before you leave his house or you leave his command. So those women who they are lazy, they like to have gifts, they like to have somebody spend their money on them. This is why they go and they go out with Muslim men. They say to you that we are protective. That's not true. They like to own you, my friend. They are like a property. It is a property business. He own you. A person who trusts you, he do not need to be protective to the point he watch over you what you are doing. He will be scared that you will see someone and talk to someone, because simply he don't trust you. He own you. Anyway, I think we have enough for today. I hope today, guys, you have a good time. And for those who download my videos, you can download the whole video. And maybe it's better if you cut where we finish with Dr. Rohi and make it as a full video debate with Dr. Rohi for today, and name it "Who is Allah? Dr. Rohi versus a Christian Prince." And for sure, as usual, Muslims defeated the Christian Prince as usual, as always. Thank you very much, my friends, for being here. May the Lord bless you all, and I wish you the best of time with your family and your friends in this blessed weekend. Christ is Lord, and Islam is false. And we see you soon again. Thank you. Bye-bye.